Hello! In this video, we're going to talk about countable and uncountable nouns. First, let's talk about countable nouns. How do we make nouns plural? There are 5 rules to make them plural. You can add an S, an ES, IES, or VES to it. There are also some exceptional cases or irregular nouns. These ones, you need to memorize them. Rule number 1. For most of the time, you can just add an S to it. Examples. This is a dog. There are 2 dogs here. This baby is only 1 year old. This gentleman here, he is already 111 years old. Rule number 2. If the noun ends in s, z, sh, ch, or letter O, you need to add es to it. Examples. This is a bus. It ends with an S sound, so you need to put an es to it. It becomes buses. There are many buses here. This is a glass. There are 2 glasses here. This is a box. There are many boxes here. This is a small test. It's a quiz. There are 2 quizzes here. For the word quiz, you need to put an extra Z before you put ES. This is a toothbrush. There are 2 toothbrushes here. We have a watch here. We have 2 watches. This is a potato. There are 2 potatoes here. Rule number 3. If the noun ends with a Y, but before the Y is a consonant is not A-E-I-O-U. Then you can just take away the Y and add IES to it. Examples. A baby. So before the Y you see a B. It's not A-E-I-O-U. So you take away the Y and change it into IES. 4 babies. A cherry. 2 cherries. Simply take away the Y and put IES. Rule number 4. If the noun ends with the F sound, so with the letter F or FE, you change them into VES. Examples. A scarf. 6 scarves. Simply change F into VES. A knife. 11 knives. Change FE into VES. Rule number 5. There are many exceptional cases in English. For example, this is a roof. So in the previous slide, you can see when we see an F at the end of a noun, you change it into VES. But for this word, you just put an S after it. So there are 4 rules here. Piano. When you see O, you normally add an ES after it if it's plural. But for this one, you just put an S after it. 2 pianos. A radio. 9 radios. 1 sheep. 4 sheep. So no matter how many sheep you have, you don't change this word. It's the same as deer. 1 deer, 2 deer. You don't change the word. When we have 1 man, we spell it as M-A-N, man. If we have more than 1, we say 2 men, M-E-N, 2 men. It's the same as woman. So 1 woman, W-O-M-A-N. If we have more than 1, we say 5 women. The pronunciation is totally different here. 5 women, W-O-M-E-N, women. This is a tooth. Many teeth. So we change O-O into E-E. A foot. 2 feet. A goose. 2 geese. Is a child, a naughty one. 2 children, 2 naughty children here. Is an ox, a male cow. If we have 2, we say 2 oxen. Is a mouse. More than 1, we say mice. 3 mice. On your left, you see a person. On your right, you see 9 people. Totally different spellings. A mouse, 3 mice. A person, 9 people. Second part, uncountable nouns. How do we count them? To talk about the quantity of an uncountable noun, we need a quantifier. Examples. You cannot count rice, so you need a quantifier. A bowl of rice. A glass of water. A spoonful of sugar. A carton of milk. A bag of flour. 2 pieces of homework. Yes, homework is uncountable. To count it, you need to put a quantifier piece before it. How many pieces of homework do you have today? But pay attention. Quantifiers can actually be used for both countable and uncountable nouns. This is the end of this video about countable nouns and uncountable nouns. There is another video about quantifiers. Make sure you check that out so that you can know more about how to do counting in English. Bye-bye!